it's Lana Mae. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my celiac disease. A lot of people hear, I'm gluten-free, I'm on a gluten-free diet, I'm on the Atkins diet, I can't have gluten. And people still do the Atkins diet. But it has definitely become a fad over the last few years to be gluten-free, which if you don't have an intolerance, an allergy, or celiac disease, there's really not a lot of harm that gluten's going to do to your body. You're not really going to have a reaction to something that you're not allergic to or something that your body can actually break down and digest. For people, Nipsey's with me today. Hi, Nippy. I hate gluten. But, yeah, so, when you have celiac disease, it's not necessarily an allergy because you're not allergic, you're just completely unable to have the gluten protein that comes from wheat into your body, touch your body, be around you. Like, fuck no, stay away. Gluten is bad, okay? But I found out that I had celiac after being sick for literally years. I was told I had Crohn's disease, that it was all in my head. I mean, the list goes on forever and ever, honestly, how many different diagnoses were made on me within the time that I was like 16 to 18 whenever I actually got properly diagnosed. And it was a really big struggle. I was even told at one point that they weren't really certain how long I would live and my organs were shutting down, and it was really bad. I was tiny, I lost all kinds of weight, I wasn't eating. It was just really, really bad and not a place I would wish on even my worst enemy. Maybe my worst enemy, but I don't know. It was pretty bad. And when I got the diagnosis, it was so freeing because members of my family actually have celiac disease, so I was tested for it, but since I wasn't eating, I didn't come up positive for celiac disease because you actually have to have the enzyme in your blood to test positive for celiac. So if you're not consuming wheat and you get checked for celiac disease and you have celiac, it's still going to show up as a false negative because you don't have that enzyme in your blood from the wheat entering your body. And you don't necessarily even have to eat it to have a reaction. There's a lot of things that contain gluten: shampoos, conditioners, soaps, sometimes paper products. Play-Doh has gluten in it. No Play-Doh for me. But there's a lot of things that you have to eliminate out of your life. I personally cannot go into a Subway, any pizza shop. It's just overwhelming and makes me really, really sick immediately. Whenever I first started on my first degree, I went to a college campus here locally, and you know, it was hometown campus. I got a place above Subway, which was at the time very convenient for me and really close to campus. I could walk, and I could pretty much walk anywhere and didn't have to, you know, drive or really rely on anybody else. Like, everything was really close, so it was nice. But I would get so sick that I would just come home to my parents' house, and I would rather make the drive, even if it was terrible weather, tons of snow, whatever. Like, I could not stand the smell of the bread. And at this point in time, I didn't really know that the gluten particles stayed in the air for 72 hours. So as time goes on, I keep learning new things, and celiac's different for everybody that has it, just because there's over 390 symptoms associated with celiac disease, and the variables are when you're diagnosed, how much damage is already done, you know, like how healthy you stay, how active you are, which I guess is still goes in with the healthy thing. But I mean, there are a lot of variables, a lot of different symptoms, so nobody's celiac is ever the same. If you are watching this and you have celiac disease, I know that you can relate with me. Like, I have friends that have celiac, and a couple of them are amazing athletes. They don't have any really physical or mental issues that come out from the celiac that I can see. Whenever I get glutened or contaminated, you can definitely tell I start going fucking bonkers. I'm sick. I usually vomit blood. My skin, anywhere in my mouth that has come into contact with it, will start peeling off like snake skin. And a lot of the times I try to hide my symptoms because I don't want to be like, oh, poor me, I have celiac, like, feel sorry for me. No, that's not me. I would just, like, if anything out of my celiac, I just want people to respect it. Like, don't, like, buy a big fat slice of pizza and jump on my car. Like, that's just common courtesy. Don't, like, tell me, oh, if I had to eat like that, I would die. No, you wouldn't. You would just survive like I am. Like, suck it up, buttercup. I mean, there's a lot of things that people say that they don't really understand are hurtful to people that have illnesses like mine. You know, like, oh, you're so skinny, that's the best disease to have, you don't gain weight. It's like, no, that's not, are you, the audacity, like, I work so hard to gain weight. Like, I literally throw a little party for myself whenever I break 100 pounds, just because it means so much that I have been able to continue getting healthy and reaching my goal of being a consistent 105 pound plus, you know, person for a long amount of time, and not really having to try and force feed myself. And I don't know, it's really hard sometimes, but at the same time, what else do I have to compare this with? What is normal? Like, there is no normal. Like, everybody has their own issues, whether you can see them, whether you can't see them, or you know about them or don't know about them. They're there. Everybody has them. Celiac is just one that people can kind of see a little more. You know, my weight fluctuates. I have a lot of health problems, but, you know, whenever you're given any problem in life, and I don't know how many people out there watching my videos are spiritual or religious, but I truly believe that, you know, God, the universe would not give you more than you can handle. Sometimes I feel like a hypocrite because I'm like, oh, I can't handle this. This is too hard. Like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to get out of bed. Like, but then I think about some people in my life that have been role models for me, that are really strong, that have went literally through hell and back 50 times and still thank God for their existence and are grateful. And just, I hope someday to be as positive continuously as those people are that have inspired me to start living a life in the way that I have been. But until then, I'll just continue to work on myself, try to reach out to others that may be struggling with some of the same things I'm struggling with. And, you know, even if they're different, like I said, they're all just problems that people deal with. And I hope all of y'all enjoyed my video, and I will probably do a follow-up video about my celiac when I'm a little bit more comfortable with the camera. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.